My name's Paul Mazzucato, and this is my Formula V. Basically, it's based on the Australian Type 1 Volkswagen Beetle, and runs the Volkswagen engine and transaxle with the Volkswagen front end, drum brakes, wheels, Bridgestone racing tyres, and I'm finding it, it's quite good actually. I've had quite a few problems for this meet, doing a gearbox on Friday and oil line, brake line on Saturday, but I think the car is running well and at the moment, and it should be good for some good times for the rest of the meet.
Well, basically we came here this weekend trying to get a class win, to get a national title under our belts, to help with the sponsorship search for next year to do the Australian Championship full on. That's basically what we're all about, hoping to get an Australian car up against all the Europeans and show them how to do it. Oh, the car seems to be quite suited to it. I mean, it hasn't got the power you'd like. I mean, you'd like to run a 2-litre engine and have another 150 horsepower, but you can't have everything. We're winning our class, so what more can you hope for? We're here for a purpose and we're doing it. Oh, I'd like to thank, of course, Appleby Real Estate for his input. Without him, we wouldn't be here. Auto Pro, who are the small men in the spare parts business, trying to take on and beat Autobarn. A lot more realistic. I mean, you need your spare parts, go and see them, of course. And Harry the Hire for the fantastic marquee you see behind you. That's basically what we're all about. And the car's been polished and prepared by Turtle Wax, the best polish in the business. Oh, fantastic. I mean, how can you not enjoy it with 1 mile of just uphill, flat-out running? I think it compares to Bathurst in a way, except you're running the wrong way.
Lights up the tyres, lots of wheel spin, gets away to a fairly quick start. He's a little slower than last time. Okay, car number 1, Victor Ziegler.
Lock her up, I'll tell you. Would be
Hi, I'm Margaret Sherry. We own the Mini Cooper, Max and I both race. It's got a 1383cc motor in it. It's a genuine Cooper, but all Cooper S running gear. Lightened as in sport sedan. We've been doing the Victorian Hill Climb Championships now for about 6 or 7 years.
How are you going this weekend?
Oh, not very good. We're having trouble with our distributor or something around that area anyway. We've just put another one in, hoping that'll fix it up, and I've just had a test run on it now, and I'm going to go up the hill and try it out so that Max can get a better time next time. Trevor is beating us at the moment, and we sponsor Trevor, and he blew up last week at Sandown, and we gave him a crankshaft. I think it was a silly thing to do, but anyway, we've done it, so we've done the trophy now. But anyway, it's all fun. We all have a good time, and that's what it's all about.
Okay, we've got a Datsun 1600. Originally, I guess it was a 1600. It's a 2-litre motor, close ratio gearbox, and a low ratio slippery diff. Going very well. It's the first time I've been over here to Ararat. I'm enjoying the hill climb immensely. So far I'm holding the lead in the class, and hope to do better today. The main competition I've had is the Morris brothers. I've fought them for quite some time, and I always enjoy a scrap with them. John Morris is at the moment fractionally in front of me, but I'm going to fix that today. Hopefully there's a couple of corners up there I can pick some more time up. And Phil, well, I'll give Phil this is his hill. I won't have a hope of catching him today, but definitely John, look out.
and as we saw this morning, capable of excellent time.
White background, but it won't be in the exact same spot, so perhaps you just check that out in your practice run this morning. It's a problem. Just remind you up the top to keep that runoff area straight through at the rotunda nice and clear. Again, with the weather, I think everybody will be going as fast as possible. Things will run just a whisker slower today. There'll be about another.
Well, the Volkswagen Beetle is a car that my son owns, and between the two of us we built the car up at home. It uses a Stan Popjoy road racing or road engine, and we've competed in the New South Wales Hill Climb Series for the last 3 years, and effectively father and son have achieved a fourth and third in 1991, a second and third in 1992, and that's been reversed in 1993 with my son taking out second place in the New South titles and disposing me back to third. Then we decided when Ararat was on this year, we'd come down here, and we drove down from Sydney and it competed. The track's magnificent. We had a bit of rain on Friday. Yesterday it cleared up, and today we just hope for a good result. And the organisation has been absolutely fantastic. And Ararat's hosted the Australian Hill Climb title for 1993.
Here we are at the Ararat Hill Climb, One Tree Hill. We're having a bit of a relaxing weekend, which is a bit different to what we do when we normally go away motor racing. But you know, then again, we haven't got too many $2 million sponsors ahead here to worry about. It's great, it's good fun. All the boys here are just as competitive as all the Group A people are, so it's good to see them having a bit of fun as well. And you can have a beer of a night time, which is good. We have two entries here today in the category J, which is the over 1500cc touring cars. One is the Ampol Max 3 entry, driven by myself, and the other is the Toll Express entry, driven by young Anthony Tratt, a good young up-and-coming driver who we'll probably see a lot more of around the touring car rounds next year. No, we're enjoying ourselves here this weekend. It's not too serious. It's I've worked it out at this stage. We've been here for 2 days, and I've done 6.5 minutes racing, which is pretty good considering if we'd been at a touring car race, we would have done about 3 hours by now.
We've now got Bob Jones on the line, and it's good to see some of the current shape racing cars coming in. Fair amount of axle trap there. So this is one of the Chev cars. Well, that's what horsepower's all about.
It's a 1957 Alford Racing Sports Special. Why it's called an Alford, nobody knows. It's basically a KM200 fiberglass sports car body. KM stands for Keith Morrison, who was the original builder of the bodies. They ran with different mechanicals. Mine runs on a Ford Prefect, a 100E side belt Ford mechanicals, engine, gearbox and differential. They also had them with Singer, with Simca, a wide variety of engines. There's altogether about 13 of them in Australia, mostly up in Queensland, 2 in New South Wales, 1 in Victoria, 1 in West Australia, and that's about the story of the KM200.
We're here today to let David Kraus run the Australian Hill Climb Championship. In sports sedans, over 2 litres for his first crack at touring car racing in his mother's old shopping car.
Well, yesterday I went up to the hill climb for my first time. Well, actually Friday was my first time, and it was very interesting. It was raining and it was a little bit slippery, and we sorted the car out. And there's two mainly tight corners. They're both right-handers. Where you go back to third gear and from fourth and accelerate through them, and that's really about all the corners. It's basically flat through the rest of it. And there's one corner where you come onto the finish line that's very fast through there, flat in fourth gear, and it's sort of on the edge of sliding and going into the wall and all that sort of thing, so it's always on the edge up through the hill. So just takes a bit of mastering this track, and so far we've done pretty well. We're coming fourth in our class at the moment, so we're doing pretty well, and hopefully we can catch a third car.
Yeah, my name's Rob Hankinson, driving a Datsun 1600, which is actually really a 1600 as well. It's one of the few that is here. It's 5-speed, 5.1 diff, twin 40 Webbers. And I'd like to thank Peter and Margaret Hall for loaning the car to me, let me drive it. The opposition today is a Datsun 1200 Coupe and a couple of Minis, but hopefully by the end of the day I'll conquer them. I'm in third at the moment, but by the end of the day we'll be right.
My name's Margaret Hall. My car number is 14. The reason I came to own the car is that we originally built it up as a rally car, and we competed in we were in a rally sprint and started in the bottom class, won that. Next year we'll put in the other class and won that. But by that time it was getting a bit worse for wear, and so we decided to buy another car, and my husband kindly let me have this one.
Well, I'm here today for the Australian Hill Climb Championships at Ararat. I'm a member of the Light Car Club. I've ran here since the first ever hill climb and competed in every hill climb so far. My cars have always been minis and they keep getting faster. This latest one, a Mini Clubman Turbo, is my best car ever with 160 brake horsepower. It's built by myself with Leon Edmonds as an engineer on it, and it's really a good little car. My sponsors are AWM Electrical Ballarat, who helped me, my own business, Peter Stoddard Electrical, my wife who's right behind me, my little boy Adam, he's there too. It's a family effort and we really enjoy our motorsport.
And we've got Glenn Sanders performing his smoke screen little episode.
Okay, well this is the Robert Thompson Datsun 1600, just like any normal Datsun 1600 you've probably seen. We're running this in the under 2 litre club car category. It's had a number of development modifications, one being most significantly is the 2 litre twin cam engine we have. Just under the bonnet here, we've managed to get hold of an LZ series cylinder head, which is one of only 3 in Australia at the moment, and as far as I know it's the only one that is running in this configuration in the world. That being, we've fitted an L16 twin cam head to an L20B cylinder block. Of course, this head not being designed for the L20B block gave us a number of problems we had to get over, being the length of timing chains and that sort of thing. The engine's developing some 250 horsepower at this stage, It looks like that's about all we intend to run with the engine. It runs a full 3D Motec fuel injection system which controls all the fuel delivery. It has direct fire ignition, so all the ignition system is controlled by it as well. The idea of running such a computer system, of course, is an engine such as this being designed for originally Formula 2 open wheeler cars. Very responsive, very tweaky. The ignition system being a direct fire crank trigger device is hooked through to the 3D Motec unit. This being a very good package with the fuel delivery and ignition, enabling the engine to be very, very drivable. As I said, it's claiming 250 horsepower at this stage. Maximum RPM of the engine is 8,500 revs, which is quite a good spinning unit for this engine. Of course, all the crankshaft, conrods, pistons, etc. have all been well prepared for the job of such a high rev limit. The rev limit is actually controlled by the computer itself. We can preset what we like. These engines in a 1600 configuration would redline at 10,200 RPM in the original specification. So we've managed to get it all together, pop it in, put some extractors that'll do the job on it. The latest addition at the moment is we've fitted a carbon fibre airbox, which is running a cold airbox and filter system. The filter system, of course, being off a VL Commodore, very easy to adapt, and we're able to run a paper filter element, easy to get hold of, no problem and minimal cost.
Well, Australian title, you couldn't miss a day like today. And also it's the 5th round of the Victorian Hill Climb Championship, which we've competed most rounds, running second to Graham Hoyneville at this stage. I think Graham will certainly win the Victorian Championship. The car is a Lobito, L-O-B-I-T-O, which is Spanish for Little Wolf. It was started in 1969, first run in approximately 71. We ran it at Sandown, Calder, Winton. Then it was put away for a few years, around about 19 as a matter of fact, and sat under a tarp. And we've just dragged it out this year to get back to do a little bit of motor racing. And it's been fairly reliable so far this year and reasonably successful. The car's certainly quicker than me. It's a mild steel tube chassis, weighs around about 32 pounds, 1300 Escort motor. Supposedly putting out about 135 brake on the dyno, and a 5-speed Hollinger gearbox, and basically fairly straightforward other than that.
This is Jeff and Joe here from New South Wales. We've just competed in the Australian Hill Climb Championship, One Tree Hill. We've had a really great time. We'd like to thank Hellbug, which is us. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Jeff.
And we'd also like to thank Thule Imports, putting in some petrol money to come down, and Curacao skin treatment from Queensland. Our pit crew, and we couldn't catch the Datsuns, but we had a rip-roarer of a time. Thank you.
Car 58. And you're Nolan gets up the hill. Right, Wigan Lake is ready. Figure is off, and I get very cross. Figure is an entrant in the VAC, so Volkswagen, they all run Volkswagen 1200.
Here we are at the Ararat hill climb, One Tree Hill. We're having a bit of a relaxing weekend, which is a bit different to what we do when we normally go away motor racing. But you know, then again, we haven't got too many $2 million sponsors ahead here to worry about. It's great, it's good fun. All the boys here are just as competitive as all the Group A people are, so it's good to see them having a bit of fun as well. And you can have a beer of a night time, which is good.
There's still plenty of excitement and John Kennedy now having a run in the big Seaman car. Johnny Berkwood is a Norm Beachy fan. If you're as old as Berkey and I, in front of a lot of the factory teams. So get to the fences and have a look. We've got two of the current Australian touring cars. Number 45. And he's also raced forward. This is running a 5-speed very interesting club car.
141.
All you girls and Andrew Nolan is 65.45, so 60.8. I've got a heap of New South Welshmen around here to build me up. Led by Finlay. He wouldn't want to go to the driving school. I wonder what he's like at the driving instructor. He's probably getting thrown out. Probably anyway. Like that.